finding this record changed my life. Absolutely. Every single day, I can play her. I can hear my mother's voice, which I had never heard before.
I found records. My dad was a DJ when he was in college, and so I started listening to records with him. He gave me the option of either just throwing them away or I could keep them and they could be mine. I ended up keeping them, and then it just became my favorite thing. So I would go to the thrift stores and those types of places, and I would just buy any record for 10 cents and had a bunch of record players and just started loving them. My wife and I started this place 6 years ago in July. Physical media is a good thing. It's the convenience of digital media is wonderful. I think media, it's important to keep physical copies of certain things. If you truly love a piece of art, you should try and have a physical representation of that in your life.
I don't think the importance can ever be understated, the importance of vinyl and music in general. It is so primal. It's in all of us. It changes our brain chemistry. It allows us to connect in so many ways. My name is Trish Ryland, 65 years old. My career is teaching dance, so music has had a tremendous impact on me. It moves me in ways nothing else can. It is transformative. It is primal, really. It's primal in the way that it can evoke memories. It can connect us to our past. It can connect us to things that we actually have forgotten about.
I think music is important just because it is a way to It's another way to help you find people that you can click with in a certain way. It's really fun to see kids in here that are 14 years old to 18 years old shopping with a bunch of 40 to 60-year-olds.
How it can connect through the generations. First and foremost, as it relates to my story, it allows me to share my mother's voice through vinyl with my husband, with my daughter, my son, my daughter, my 5 grandkids. So just that story alone connects with future generations. And there's nothing like hearing it on vinyl. Actually, my husband found the album here in my own house, and it was wrapped up in some old material, and it was taped and inside of another box, which was way up on a super high shelf. Well, he knew I'd never heard her sing before, and he unwrapped the wrapping, and on the album, it's a 78, it says Donna Crawford, which is my mother's name. And he then looked to find a record store here in Salt Lake City, got me down there. He was just pretending for me to come down there and listen to some other music for a party I was having. And I walk in, and I went back to the turntables, and he says, "Put these headphones on. I think you'll really like this." So I put the headphones on, and I knew it was something old. You could tell by the static and the way it was playing. And I listened, and I knew. I heard this amazing, beautiful voice of my mother. And that was the first time I heard my mother sing. Music brings such color to our lives. In reference to hearing my mother's voice for the first time, for me, it made everything. I had only seen many black and white pictures of my mother. Everything just became like brilliant color.
I think music is important just because it is a way to, it's another way to help you find people that you can click with in a certain way. So you don't have to agree on everything with people that you like the same music as, but you can agree on this one thing that you both are just drawn to for some reason.
How I feel when I see the record and memories come back, I have butterflies in my stomach right now because I know this is such a connection to my mother. All of it, this paper, what's inside of it, but of course her voice on this album that she cut. I think it's just unfolded this amazing, brilliant opportunity for me to feel like my mom is here. Finally, I have my mom.